as on date. By 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
2 weeks, we joined by 1 week. Released after 4. Intend to continue.
Obliged.
Well, this is that matter where they have filed an affidavit where they said they'll take all of us in, the state of Uttar Pradesh. They filed an affidavit yesterday, which, Millets, we have some things to say on that, Millets. We've just got a copy yesterday. That's one. Number two, going for the tenor of the affidavit, I feel we have to argue the matter, Millets. But we can put our response to that affidavit and then argue the matter.
No, we need to respond to that affidavit.
We need to figure out who is on this side and who is on that side. And then.
When so many
My lord,
of
we had commenced our submissions, if my lord may recall. We had commenced our submissions, then you,
This is
instead
a
of
different combination, Dr. Singh. You will have to start again.
So that we have to.
You have to start again.
We will start
But
again.
Justice Nagu does not know anything about the
Yes,
matter.
my lord.
No, no,
Of course.
100%.
The latest affidavit, if Lordships goes through the latest affidavit, some astounding statements have been made.
5,000 Millets who refused to take service.
They are again included.
They are now again
Again
counting given
included.
4,900 odd. They never joined Millets.
Please, if Lordships,
We have to respond.
if Lordships have an affidavit, Lordships. We need to respond.
Very well. State of Uttar Pradesh has filed the affidavit.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Pursuant to Lordships' directions.
Who is
My
representing that?
I beg to appear, my lords.
Acha. So, Mr. Gupta, Mr. Goswami, Mr. Dave, all of you want to file.
Yes, we need to.
We also want to have an affidavit.
You also want.
Yes, Mullah.
Because it's uniformly unfair, Millets.
We are not going to be disturbed by this affidavit, then we don't have any concerns.
It's just the.
We are in
May I just suggest one thing, Lord? Just as Lordship have done in 72,000 vacancy, Lord, Lordship have asked them to prepare category because there are various categories here also. So Lordship may ask any of the AORs to prepare a category so that Lordship may hear it.
Milord, your lordships will have to hear the main issue is Milord, whether Milord a reserved category candidate after availing relaxation, Milord, TET Milord, and that ATRE, and then can migrate Milords into the general category.
Best not
And that
on
is
merit.
Milord
That
against
is
the
squarely
spirit of
answered
judgment
by
the lordships
judge.
have laid down.
Anyway, we have to.
In fact, if Lordships recall, I had indicated that there were sufficient vacancies, and therefore Lordships had told the state that since there are 128,000 vacancies and there are hardly 10,000, if you can accommodate them, and that is when this exercise started. And that is that.
Anyway, if you have to hear it on merits, why call for responses to the affidavit? Let us set the affidavit aside.
My lord is right. Just that we have to put on
The
record.
affidavit aside, let us decide on the.
One aspect of the affidavit.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
No, we will not allow any party to rely on an affidavit. It is the judgment of the High Court.
Correct, Milord.
We will decide whether it is correct or not. Let us not go and do it. Why, prolong the agony of
Milord,
these
we
people?
were not made party in the High Court.
Lordships will have to hear it, so let's forget about the affidavit and yes.
I agree.
How long will you take?
My lord, I'll take.
My lord, we were not made party in the High Court while this matter, this appeal was decided.
No.
Because in reservation also
Let's-
there are other.
In one sentence, issue is whether a meritorious reserve category candidate who takes the benefit at a qualifying stage and not in the final termination of merit is to be considered in a general category or reserve category. That's the only issue.
And there is an
And Millets,
I would not put
And
it as
let's-
that, it's.
and this is answered by 4 judges.
Justice Bagchi, very recently.
Yes,
at
Millets.
this point.
Where he said you have to go by the rules. And this very rule, Millets, has been considered by this honorable court and an interpretation which in my respectful submission.
That, my lord, we had commissioned.
Who is saying that we will not hear you, Dr.
Yeah,
Singh?
we're not closing.
Yeah, we are just trying to figure out this side. How much time will it take? The other side.
Check, my lord, said at least two to.
May I suggest, Millets, give us 10 minutes first and then maybe 2 hours may not be required. 5 minutes, Millets, I'll show 2 judgments, Millets.
There's no.
My lord, which have to be
There
addressed.
is some need of filing a reply of this affidavit.
Let us put in our written submissions, and then it will be quicker.
Very well.
We can put in our written submissions, all of us, and then we can.
Interpretation, this much.
Okay, we can then touch upon, and then that will be quicker.
How many of you would argue really? 10 of you?
I will, Millets, I will answer.
And 10?
We'll
2 pages each.
Very well.
Look, we've already done that.
20 pages.
In fact,
That's
Malord,
the
written,
best way.
Please,
a
Lord,
combined written
Give
submission
it
is
to us
already
by
being
next
filed.
week. We'll keep it 2 weeks.
Got
Okay.
it.
a combined written submission has already been filed. Nodal councils were appointed on both sides, my lord, about a year ago, and combined written submissions on both sides have already been filed, which have been taken from respective parties, and a compilation is already filed.
That is a different, of course, Lordship may hear it separately.
Madam, we'll hear you. If we require a different judgment to be delivered for your case. So by next Tuesday, please hand over your written submissions.
Milord, if I may, Milord, written
Five from
submissions
this
on
side,
both
five
sides.
from this side,
Very well, madam.
into two, not more than 20 pages.
Very-
Then we fix it.
Milord, if I may, written
Huh?
submissions have already been filed on
That's
both
right.
sides.
Yes. And
Yes.
even those,
One or two here or there.
They have
Even
filed
those
by
20
earlier,
pages have a
Mr.
lot of
Council,
overlap.
now after filing a
Don't make it
affidavit
without
by
it
the
stating
state
as,
government, the situation has
font
changed.
size 8.
It is need to file after written submissions.
6 man on both sides. My lord, what will happen is after your lordship's order, there will be 6 more on this side and 6 more on that side. That's the problem. So,
Why 6 more on that side?
because my lord, there are a total of 47 matters here.
Huh.
Today we are only 5 of us here and 5 the rest have not bothered to turn up. But my lord, when your lordship fixes
We
the
are
case-
not going to allow.
Yes.
Matter is on the list.
Let the-
Come and
Let
the hammer fall today. 5 this side, 5 on this side.
That's right.
Next Tuesday.
And just one request, Lordships may consider.
Lord, who will
He
be
res-
is also in issue, madam.
Huh?
And more than 5
That
will
is
decide.
for you to decide.
Last
That
response.
is for you to decide. Mr. Kamath, you remember that other matter, West Bengal matter?
Yes, madam. That your
He
lordship
said,
has given us 10.
give us 15 glaring cases.
Yes, madam. So
You
15
could
your
not
lordship
make
has
even
given us.
15.
Yes, madam.
Lordships may consider.
But
one
then
thing.
15
Tuesday
of-
week,
at least 15.
Tuesday week.
10 of us, my lord, it will not be.
No, we just want the written submissions
By
to be
Tuesday,
filed.
and then there.
Thereafter, we fix it.
Very well, obliged.
Oblige, madam.
We will look into it whether you have honored our request or not.
What I would suggest, if your lordship will permit,
I said, there are private parties on either side.
That is what I was trying
And
to
the
indicate.
Mr. Gold here for the government. So,
Yes, Manoj.
5 plus 1.
Grateful.
What I was,
I would, if your lordship permits, Milord, because it is our case that it's squarely covered by 4 judgments. So in my submission, I'll annex those judgments separately and just highlight the relevant paras. So it's not, your lordship does not have to go back to a book.
Right. Judgments you can annex.
Yes.
don't entertain. Lordships, the
Let the parties who are on record advance their submissions, thereafter we'll consider.
yes, Lordships.
They were the petition, because the part, they were those,
So our judgment in that Rajasthan High Court have anything to do with this?
Milord, there are more direct judgments, let me say that. Your lordship is right, Milord. Yes, that is also on MRC, etc. Milord. I had assisted your lordship on the other side in that. But Milord, there are more direct judgments specifically interpreting the same rule.
because they were parties who were writ petitioners in the High Court, who have not been made parties here. We were the writ petitioners there, who have not been made parties. So we are directly affected. So we have to be allowed, Milord, with respect, to address your lordship. It can't be that we are the writ petitioners and not made parties here. Lordship, please.
But at this point of time, let the interveners just file a submission.
Next Tuesday, only to get your written submissions.
Right.
Looking at the written submissions, we'll fix another.
Very well.
Milord, if I may.
Malaj, may I have the liberty to just, Malaj, make one submission, Malaj?
Sir, we have said, let us first hear the parties on record.
Very well.
Thereafter, we'll hear the interview.
Very well.
Malaj, may I have the liberty to make one submission, Malaj?
Who is submitting from which side? We don't.
My lords, may I have, my
Okay,
lords?
Madam, from.
My lords, for the state, my lords, if your lordships will permit, my colleagues have, my lords, rejected the affidavit otherwise that we have placed. But if your lordships will see the affidavit, we have actually put a list of almost 9,500 people who can be accommodated after seeking some directions from your lordships. So my lords may keep, my lords, because we have made a submission, we have put the difficulties that we have because of other judgments. But the lists are there, my lords, and the list will accommodate almost 9,500 people.
My lord, on last occasion, my lord, may I make a submission, my lord? On last occasion, my lord have said that those who are in the service, they are not going to be disturbed. And if a state is willing to accommodate all those persons who might have come into the list, if the list were redrawn, the number is, a state is assuring that we are going to, then for what purpose this exercise is going to be done, my lord?
So, my lords, the last
One-
order your
one thing
lordship
is
said.
One thing is more, when the state is only publicized the 9,000, the state must be publicized those lists who has already been appointed. There's a one click. They have been.
More less meritorious have been accommodated. So then the problem is solved. We can all go home smiling. That could be
Already been appointed.
The main problem is
Everything
No,
will
the
be clear.
state is willing to accommodate those persons who are already, who would have been in the list if the list is redrawn.
So,
State
my
is
lords,
willing to
let
accommodate
me
them,
make
then
this
what
clear,
is
my
the
lords.
purpose for
My lords, your lordships
making this
recorded in
submission
the.
and names are not there in the list.
एक बार वो affidavit दिखा ना. Can we
If your
have-
lordships will have that, my lords, and kindly have the last order. Our, my lords, our submission to your lordships were that whoever comes in the redrawn list, if your lordships will have the
4,000
last
people
order
in this
and then the
redrawn list
affidavit.
are people who didn't join and have been put back in this
My
list.
lords, we have put the entire facts before
How
your
can such an
lordships.
affidavit be- Please kindly have a look at that paragraph, lordships.
My lords, these are separate categories. If your lordships will have, permit me to place.
The affidavit is not very clear. We
My
have-
lords,
we
if
have
your
not
lordships, if my colleagues
Yours
can
10
permit me
minutes,
to
right?
place it.
It's spread over 9 paragraphs. We'll take only 3 minutes.
Very good.
No, they are saying they're repeating the same. This is different.
Are being considered here?
No,
We
no,
don't-
no.
Oh, that
You
paragraph,
just now made the
paragraph-
submission.
Yeah, 4,009 minutes.
page 3, paragraph 3B. Paragraph 3B.
My lords, we could not have ousted these on our own, my lords. We have
Paragraph 3B.
presented, complete factual
he,
basis
as
before
page
your lordships.
4946 candidates were included in the previous merit list but did not assume charge. However, these candidates are now included in the new read round.
So, my lords, my respectful submission is we could not have ousted them on our own, my lords. We have presented the entire factual basis before your lordships. The list is redrawn in terms of the merit. If your lordships direct now the entire
But
factual.
madam, is it a fact that you offered appointment to them, but they did not accept?
Yes, it says so. They were included in the previous merit list, but did not assume charge at that time. We have disclosed the complete facts, but in terms of merit,
Excluded and they cannot take charge. If they are excluded,
yes.
when is the question of taking charge?
Yes.
No, my lords, they were included in the merit list and they did not assume charge.
They were included in the merit list. They were issued offers.
Yes, my lords.
They did not accept.
That's right, my lords.
After the first counselling, these are the candidates who were offered appointment after the
So
first.
let us be clear on this.
Yes,
If
ma'am.
some
Not
So, my
about
lords,
4946, you can clarify upon taking instructions. If somebody has been offered appointment, he
Yes,
doesn't join by the stipulated date. Why
Yes.
should you consider him again?
so my lords, if your lordship so direct, it can be removed. But on merit, they are high, so we had to present it before your lordships, my lords.
But on first round counselling and second round counselling, they not accepted their appointment.
My lord, the only affected persons are these 3,324.
And further, the state is not in position. In further, the state is not in position. How can they will adopt the case of delivered by this honorable court in Devesh Sharma? The Devesh Sharma, the case of Devesh Sharma.
8,200, 5,000 are these.
Those persons who having the B.Ed qualifications have already been appointed, and those persons who have not been.
And an undertaking was given to the High Court that it will be done. The state has filed nothing. And after that.
Well, this 5,000 has created an entire problem, my lord. If they remove 5,000, there will be no problem, my lord. The matter can be solved. Everybody can go smiling, my lord.
Two category, 1,207 plus 1,240 by the High Court's order.
5 of the SLP paper book, vacancies are more than 2 lakhs. I'm still reiterating it. Vacancies are more than their own document at page 745. SLP document page 745. State of UP's own document. Vacancies are more than 2 lakhs. They're still not willing to accommodate us. We are all meritorious. We have all passed the exams. All that.
Hey, will you file your written notes, please?
Yes.
Let us apply our mind.
My lords, even on B.Ed and BTC, my lords, because there is a judgment of your lordship's court, my lords, we can't include it, my lords. It will need directions from your lordships. But my lords,
Tuesday next, once again, we have indicated that written submissions, 5 in number from either side, as well as written submission on behalf of the state of Uttar Pradesh may be filed by Monday next. On looking into the written notes of submissions, we propose to fix a date of hearing.
A compiled written submission has already been filed about a year ago. There were nodal councils appointed from both sides.
Parties before the High Court, not before.
The interveners will be heard after the parties on record have advanced their submissions. We'll hear. It's for our consumption, sir.
Not required, my lord.
Again, exchanging submissions will create problems. You have your own case, you set out. They have their own case, let them set it out, we'll consider.
We'll do that. Very grateful, Lordships. Very grateful.
Because there are two. Well, as in item 14, I am requesting for a short